everyone to the first round of our new round of 6 for RSL Active's yoga. So if you haven't joined us before, welcome to the new faces and thank you for coming and joining us in this practice. If you've joined us here before, thanks for coming back. We're into the new round and it's been amazing to be able to see your progress over the last few weeks. Online, big shout out to you for the playback afterwards. Now, if I could quickly make an announcement, I hope you had a great Anzac Day, whatever you did. So, however you commemorated, I hope you had a good one. Also, if you've not seen me send out the links through the email when you sign on, if you could, with the YouTube channel, I'm trying to get it so that way we can do live ones for some of our audience who are unable to come here because of the distance. You know, they might be at Rockingham or whatever and want to sort of sign on. So if you could, just subscribe. We need 50. So that's the whole thing, and thanks for sharing that, Jane. All right, so today I'll be running a 60-minute Hatha Yoga beginner level session. As always, don't look at the person next to you in terms of the shapes, because we're all different. Right, we all have a different range of movement and mobility, so it's all about you. If you find yourself in pain, pain's no good. So discomfort's okay because we might not have stretched certain muscles in a while, but no pain. I'll give you different cues for the props. As you'll see in front of you, there are props there, and I do encourage you that you use them. If we're going into any other movements, please use them. They're there for you to be able to, one, be safe, and also help you extend your reach, so then that way you can get into postures. We'll be doing a few different combinations of ones, building on what we've done in the past. All right, so let's start on the ground. All right, take an easy seat, and we'll arrive at our mat. Got the drinks there, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, double up with the, oh, no strap, sorry, I forgot about that. Right, so we have the strap, we have our drinks. Oh, and there's always one in the class, one fast clown, isn't there? Alrighty. So if I ask you to sort of now feel your sit bones on the floor. If you need to put a block underneath your legs to keep them supported, having a block underneath your knees is also fine. Ask me to give you a second one if you need. Okay, cool. So if you close down your eyes, if you're not comfortable with closing down your eyes, maybe looking in front of you with a soft gaze, slight dip in the chin. So what we're trying to do now is lengthen up our spine, arrive on our mat for the practice. So no breathing shapes at the moment. It's just taking a big sigh in and then out. And then no breathing shapes. I want you to go internal. So you could do an internal scan and see what your body might need for today, whether it's shaking off any bad juju or some stress that you might have had. Whatever you want to be able to set your intention for in this practice for today. And my invite would be for consistency. So we've been consistent, we're rocking up every week, we're doing stuff at home, and so that's allowing yourself and patting yourself on the back for allowing yourself to have that practice and self-care. Alright, so now I'm going to start asking you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Trying to fill in breath. You can put your legs forward. You don't need to sit in the crossed legs if it's feeling better for you. A big long yogic breath. Arriving at the mat. Right, and then what we might try and do now is engage that yogic breath or the ujjayi breath, ocean breath. What we've done before is as you're breathing in, filling up the lungs, and then breathing out like we're going to be fogging up a mirror. And then try and do that for a couple of breaths. And then try and doing it on the exhale with your mouth closed. That's that yogic breath that gives you the ocean sound. If you're hearing it, and that's all you need, you don't need to make it a big sound. As long as you're hearing it, right, with your yogic breath, just like putting a seashell to your ear. All right, fantastic. All right, and then from here now, if your mind wanders, that's also fine. we could always come back to the breath. It's about linking up the movement to the breath. Right, so from here, we're going to open up our eyes and we'll just start warming up a little bit more now. So with me, with the hands, right, what we're going to do first is we're going to inhale, look up to the sky, look at your hands. We're going to be holding like a beach ball and then bending down slowly. Let's just warm up that lower back slowly. Inhale, scooping up, exhaling with your breath, inhaling. Another 3 like this. Inhale. And on the exhale, right, see if you could pull your belly button in towards your spine, being at the bottom of the breath, right at the bottom of the, as we touch the ground, right? So our air's all expelled. One more like this. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit more now. We're going to up and then breathe out, cactus arms. Breathe in, raise and then lower. 2 more like this. Inhaling, breathe in, exhaling, cactus arms. We're warming up our shoulder blades now. Inhaling, back down. It's a bit cold today, so we're going to spend a bit more time warming up, creating heat to reduce the chances of injury. This one's a little bit different. Inhaling, and if we could cross our left arm underneath our right, like this. Maybe we can intertwine our arms, right? That's okay, maybe just underneath. So cross your leg, your arms, and then we're gonna, so you might feel your shoulders opening up, and then, there we go, warming up the shoulders. Inhaling, and then letting go, and we're gonna rotate to our right. Yeah, our right, that's it. Arm across the shoulder. What we're looking at now is we're keeping a long spine and then spiking up. We're rotating. We don't need to lean, right? It's like we're on a kebab stand. Here we go. Inhale. Swap the right hand underneath and bend forward. So what you'll be noticing here is the stretch of the back of your shoulders. Inhaling. Right, we're stretching the back of our shoulders and then exhaling, rotating to the left. Right, rotating to the left. Excellent work. Inhaling. Are you okay, Greg? Yeah. Yeah. And then exhaling, rotating to the right. So we won't do the arms. All right, okay, inhaling up. One more rotation to the left. Inhaling up, and then back down. Fantastic work. So now just grab your head on the side. So right arm out. We're going to reach over, and what we're going to do is just place a little bit of pressure on our legs. You could keep your legs out as well. Keep them nice and loose, and just do a couple of yes and no's. Oh, sorry, yeses, sorry. Right, and we're just stretching the side of our head here. Right. Don't forget to breathe. Right, other arm as well. And remember, everything is just an invitation, right? And it's your choice whether to come in. So if it's a little bit much, that's absolutely fine. Don't feel guilty, right? We can just come back here and do what you can that feels right for your body. Now switching sides again. Fantastic work. And then switching hands again. Right, a lot of the time we forget about the side bit of our neck, and when we're sleeping on our sides particularly, sometimes it tightens up. Right, so what we're going to do now is just hands on your knees, and we're going to roll the head a little bit. Jane's already, she's jumped the gun a little bit. We're going to roll our neck. If it's all right for you, you could go all the way around. Right, slowly one way, one more time that way. And then what I'm going to do is ask you to switch directions. Warming up nice and slowly. Right, now you might want to grab your knees, and we're just going to start stopping with the head. We're going to start rotating. It's fine. We're releasing our lower back. Right, that's it. So scoop, push back, and then scoop forward. So it's kind of like a sitting cat-cow, which we'll be getting into in a moment, warming up the spine, but nice and slow, and then we're going to turn around now the other way. Fantastic. Awesome. So we'll work on stretching and opening up our hips and getting that strength in the legs as well a little bit today. Some side body stretching, some back bending. All right, fantastic work. So let's make our way now to good old cat-cow. So onto our knees, hands and knees. Oh, I know, right? A few creaks and cracks. That's okay. If you need to use the towel to put underneath your knees, please do so. All right, so we're going to be also practicing a little bit for our chaturanga or our other pose. So from here, so looking is our hands are splayed, and our hands are going to be underneath shoulders, shoulder width apart, having a look down. So we're going to build this base. Now we look down at our knees, take our gaze to our knees. Our knees should be the same width as our hands, right? And then our knees will be under our hips. Fantastic work. All right, and then so from here, let's just start off with this one, is putting our feet flat on the floor, and then we can now move them. Right foot, tuck the toe. Left foot, tuck the toe. And then from here, we're just going to lift up a little bit. Push away the ground away, and we're lifting up our knees a little bit. Toe stretching, all right? And then down. Untuck the left. Untuck the right. We're going to walk our hands now forward, one step each. And from here, breathe in. And then breathe out, push our butt back. We're lengthening our spine here now. You can keep your hands, your gaze to your knees if that makes it better. But we're really loosening up our spine here, the lower back. So inhaling, coming back up, hands back, underneath the shoulders. All right, we're going to tuck our toes again. Left foot tuck, right foot tuck, and then inhale, and then exhaling up onto our, that's it, lifting up. That's it. Fantastic work. Inhaling and lowering. Inhaling to set our hands forward, and then exhaling. Pushing the tailbone back, looking back at the hands. Fantastic work there. We're keeping our lengthy spine. Right, amazing work. And then inhaling. We're going to do this one more time. Hands underneath our shoulders again. Right, so left foot tuck the toe, right foot tuck the toes. We're doing some toe stretching and inhaling, and then push up. That's it. Fantastic work. And a cough as well if that's in your practice. Inhaling and then lower. All right, from here, what I want you to do is we're going to be practicing moving into our our plank pose or push-up position, right? It might have been a while for us, so we're going to do this by numbers, right? So I'll demonstrate first. So inhale, and then exhaling, left foot back, right? And then inhaling, and then right foot back, like this, and then back down. We're going to go back the opposite way with our knees, and we're going to connect our breath to it. All right. So if you feel at any stage that you need to stop or rest, that's absolutely fine. And with that one there, yes, you can use the chair, please. Absolutely. So we've got our chair mods. Are you going to be right there, Jeff? We will do. Yes, that's all right. What I want you to do, right? So hold on a sec, guys. Just take a moment. So we're going to imagine this is your chair. With you is taking one step and taking the other step like this. That's what you're going to be doing. All right. And then stand up. Fantastic work. All right. So from here, guys. Do you need a chair? No. Yep. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and it might be, and because we're working our core with this one, guys, all right? So some of us might not have used this for some time. So we're going to inhale to set, and then exhale, pushing that leg back, right? And our toes, and our pushing our heel back. Inhaling again, and pushing our right foot back. Fantastic work. Amazing. Yes, amazing. Inhaling, and then dropping both knees. All right, perfect. We'll do this 2 more times, guys. Inhaling, set. Right foot back this time. Inhale. Left foot. That's it. Squeeze the butt. That's it. Amazing work. And then inhaling, set, and then lowering down. One more time. Let's just come up on our hands, because this could be a bit of pressure on our hands if we've not done this before. So give them a bit of a shake out. You've done this before, flicking waters from the hands. This is really good for your forearms as well. We grip a lot during the day. Sometimes we don't give the forearms the TLC they need. All right, so from here, one last one. All right, from here, hands underneath. So inhaling to set. Exhaling, left foot back. Inhaling. Right foot back. This one's a little bit different from here, guys. You can choose now, right? Whoop, whoop. That's the foam dredge. Knees, chest, chin, or your lower like you've done there before. Right, so from here, inhale to set. All right, we'll just wait for this. Yes. Right. I'll show the example, guys, while Sharon's waiting as well. So from here, right, we've got knees, chest, chin, and then down. That's what I mean. So that's the first one in the lower. So if we're still building up our body strength, that's one way. Or we can choose to do it this way. If you're not confident to go here yet and we're on our knees, you can choose to do this. 1, 2, and then lowering down with our hands. That's option 2. If you're on the chair, right, what we want to be doing is we're going down like this, down, and then we can lower down as if you want, is just to lower down a little bit. Yeah? Is that all right? Option 3. On the chair. Okay? But remember, it's all a choice. All right? So, or if you wanted to be able to do it and wanted to be able to build the your upper body strength up, is you can start on the ground from here, and then we could just lower down like this. And that's giving us some strength. So we've got some options, guys. All right, so from here, let's go on to our hands and knees. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale. Left foot back. Inhale. Right foot back. We are in push-up position. From here, inhale. And then lower, whichever one works for you. If you're ready for the full push-up, and we'll all meet with our head and forwards on the ground. Our arms are by our chest, elbows facing up. Sharon, you know your modification, right? And then from here, inhaling as we push our hands back and our toes to come up to baby cobra. So what we're doing is we're doing a back bend. That's right, so elbows are facing back. We're trying to pull our elbows and push our hands away. That's it. Fantastic, and then exhaling down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling. That's it. Look up, Sharon. Yep, fantastic. And then down. And then push away. Good work. All right, one more time. Inhaling. And then pushing away. This one's a bit different, guys. What we're going to be doing is coming up onto our knees. So pushing up on our hands, onto our knees, and then back into child's pose. All right, pushing our butt back. That's it. Yes, fantastic. Nice and slow. That's it. Right, cool. And then coming back up to all fours. All right, we'll do that one more time. All right, so this is our sun salutation. We're really working on our push-up and building that upper body strength. So from here, we're going to do our right leg back first time. Inhaling to set. Exhaling. Right, we can feel the stretch in the back of our legs, right? Squeeze the butt a little bit. Inhaling. That's it now. So let's just do a couple of breaths here. So quick ones. All right, fantastic work. All right, now, so we're going to lower down again now. Inhale. And nice and slow, we're going to meet in our position here. And we're going to be coming up for Cobra. Inhale. Push back, back bend up, right? With our gaze as well, if you notice, but I'm trying not to dump on my neck. So I'm just pushing up with my hands and then just leaving my head go there. So I don't need to put any pressure on my neck. All right, so one more. Inhaling. Push up. Exhale. Head down. And we're going to be coming now. So inhaling. Push back, butt back. into child's pose. All right, lengthen the back, that's what it's all about. And then coming back up now to tabletop, where we'll start to get into our standing series, guys. Right, we've warmed up a little bit more now. So inhaling, lifting the knees up, and then pushing the butt back into our first downward dog. Our gaze is going to be at our feet. Right, from here you can choose to bend your knees. You don't need to have your feet flat, right? So belly to thighs is a good one, especially first thing. And then what you want to do is pedal your feet. Right, if that's a bit too much, you can just do these ones, or I could get you've got the chair, I'll get you a chair. So we'll all meet. If you could make your way up, then is walk up to standing position at the front of the mat, guys. Right, so you could walk your hands, that's it, mate. Right, so with this one here, fantastic. All right, so with this and coming down, when we're doing our stretch, Gary, you could come down like this. And then when we're coming up for the head, that's all we're doing is just straightening up and looking up, yes? So that's the action, yeah? And that's totally fine. The beauty about yoga is that there's lots of modifications to your movement right now. So if there's one that's not accessible, it might change from day to day, which is the most important thing. All right, standing series. From here, guys, we're going to be doing a couple of sun salutations. We'll only do 2 today, so we know our modifications. Gary, follow one, and we'll and so with that one there, I'll show you. I'll give you cues for this. Right. So from here, we're going to build our feet up from the base down. Right. So we're going to our legs, our shoulder width apart, lifting the toes, fantastic, and then lowering them down. So we can keep a micro bend in the knees, so we don't lock them out. Okay, we're going to grow tall, hands by the side. So what we're going to be doing here is, this is called mountain pose, right? Shoulders are back, the crown of our heads, our chin slightly dipped. But this is actually a really strong position. So if you breathe in and you aim to be able to push the ground away and then reach up with your head, right, in the internal gaze, that's a strong position. So from here, breathe in, bring the hands up, and then exhaling, we're hinging from the hips, coming down the center line. You could bend your knees. Right, we're going to come into forward fold. You can bend your knees. Right, from here, hands could be on the ground or onto a block. From here, breathe in. We straighten our legs, place our hands on our shins, and straighten the back. Gaze straight to the floor. Right, it's like a bookshelf. We're supporting ourselves. And then exhaling, back down. We'll do this 2 more times so we get the feeling of how we're doing this. Inhaling, straighten the legs and the hands, and then hands plant onto block or mat. 1 more time, inhaling and exhaling. Hands plant. From here, you can choose to do 1 leg back, 2nd leg back into plank pose, or onto your knees. So from there, it's go onto your knees or onto the plank pose. From there, we're leaning up. No, you could stand up if you're using the, that's it. Right? Is that all right like that, Gary? Yes, follow Sharon with what she's doing. Right? From here, guys, inhaling to set. You could do knees, chest, chin, or the full lower on the exhale. That's it. Right? So with this one here, when we're coming down, try and have it so that your hips and your chest come down at the same time. Breathing in now. Baby cobra, back bend. Exhaling, head down. Inhaling, pushing back, butt back, tucking the toes, and then we can lift up. Alright, so all these ones what we did earlier on. Now, from here we're in downward dog. Alright, so what we're doing is you can bend your knees, belly to thighs, butt up, tailbone up. Try and reach that for the sky. Fantastic work. Pushing away with our hands, that's why we have them splayed. Nice strong hands, fantastic work. And pedal the feet out for a couple. Fantastic. And then inhaling to set. As we, on the breath hold, we're going to walk up little tiny steps towards the chair or the feet. We're going to meet here. And then we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling, down. And then inhaling. Scoot the sky. And then down. It builds up heat, doesn't it? All right, so this is just the breathing with these ones. One more round, all right, of the sun salutation A. All right, so inhaling to set. Let's grow. Let it all out. Inhale. Hands up. Beautiful. Look to the sky. And then exhaling, hands down the middle line. Bending and hinging at the hips. Hands touch the ground or block. Last thing to move is your head. Right, you want to tuck that in the last bit to loosen that off. So inhaling, halfway lift, stretch the legs. We're looking straight down, straight back. Exhaling. Let's do this one more time. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling. Hands meet mat. We're going to be moving to plank. Right leg back, left leg back, and we'll meet and plank. Your version of it. Fantastic. That's it. Right, inhaling to set. And then with me, lower. That's it. Amazing work. Shoulders are facing back. Elbows are. And then we're going to try and come up to a full upward dog. So inhale. Pushing the hands away. Upward dog. You can, yes, that's right. If you can. Or you could go into cobra. And then exhaling down. But if it's too much, just do the baby cobra. That's fine. Inhaling. One more time. That's fine too. One more time. Inhale. Right. So in this position here, you can untuck your toes. Untuck your toes. That's right. Push the tops of your toes down. That's it. And then down. And then we're coming up into downward dog. So pushing away, the ground away, butt back. Tuck your toes. And then knees up. All right. That's the way. All right, so from here, then it's inhaling, and we're taking lots of little steps up to meet our hands now. And we're going to meet in forward fold. Amazing. All right, and then inhaling all the way up, and then now. And just take a drink for a second, guys. I just wanted to show you something. There's a couple of different variations if you're feeling up for it. All right, so from here, in our position, when we lower for the push-up, from the push-up down, we can do it in a couple of ways, which I wanted to reiterate. So the first one is knees, chest, chin. So inhaling to set, and on the exhale, knees, chest, chin, untuck the toes. That's where we meet. When we're doing our up dog, or our cobra, sorry, there's a couple of different versions, right? We push away with a hand. So look at my head. We're pushing away. I'm not doing these ones because that puts pressure on the back of the neck. So you're really just pushing your hands, and then sort of someone's grabbing you by the back of the shirt. That's baby cobra. That's fine. The next one is up dog, so that's where our arms coming back a little bit more, right? And our elbows are still facing back. And then the third one, so that's that one's full cobra, and then the other one's up dog. So where we're trying to place the foot, we're stretching the back of the foot, and then that's the full one where we're supporting with our hands. So 3 different versions where we're coming up. And this is what, when we come up to the downward dog, right, is pushing, we're tucking, our butt goes back, then we can go up. All right, so that's just a couple of the little progressions, and I can see that everyone's starting to really progress with the different versions. All right, so fantastic work. Let's move on to our balancing series. All right, this is where we call the drishti, or the focal point, which will help you with your balance. So find somewhere past me that we're looking at. So the first one here is the knee, and you can use the chair if you need to be able to help give you some balance. The first leg we're going to be balancing on is the left leg. If it's in your practice, right, what we're going to be doing is lifting our foot. So you might just do this, option 1. Option 2 is to grab our toe, like this, right, because where we're going is trying to balance out a little bit. So we might just get here today, all right, guys? So, with me, breathing in, let it go. Breathing in, maybe lifting up our knee and grab it. Actually, we'll all do this for the first one, if that works for you. Right, we're going to be grabbing our knee. Yep, look at that focal point, bend in that standing point. Fantastic. And then lower. All right, we'll do the left leg now. Inhaling, and then try and do that. Connect your breath. Looking up, chest up. That's it. Fantastic. Or down. That's also okay. We've really been working on our balancing the last few weeks. Right, so from here, right leg again. Inhaling, lifting it up, pulling it up, squeeze, and then under control. Fantastic. Left leg now. Inhaling. All right. Cool. And all right, we're going to be doing our little rotations. Oh, I like the rotations, right? So from here, following me, if you've not done this before, as we lift it. Inhaling, and then we're going to open up our foot and then come down and then face the other way. And we're going to do it in the clock, right? So all the way around. So we're facing this way now. Right, so with the right leg again, inhale, lift, exhale, rotate. That's it. I want you to concentrate on leading with the breath and then opening up that hip and assisting your knee with your hand. Inhaling. Fantastic. And then that's it. Nice and slow with wobbles. Wobbles are perfectly okay. And the last one, inhaling and rotating around. That's it. Right, so with this one, we try not to do the figure four, so it'll be just the legs straight up. So let's go the other way now with the left foot. Inhaling. All right, and stay here for 2 seconds. Exhaling. All right. And if you need to get up on the ladder, guys, this is the way to be able to get that balance. All right, so we don't fall off. Inhaling. Exhaling, turning around. All right, we're facing the mirrors now. Inhaling up. And exhaling. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Amazing. All right, from here, we're going to come up to the front of our mat. All right, hands on hips. Inhale to set. And then we're going to be moving to face the cupboards there on the side. Inhale to set, and then exhaling, shifting the foot to a wide-legged stance, facing the inhale. And exhale, shift. From here, amazing work. All right. We're going to be working on our warrior series. So we'll be shifting our right foot to face the front. So from here, inhale to set, exhaling, rotate that left foot, look down, and then bend the knee. All right, so what we're looking at now is our knee is over our toes, right? And then we're pushing equally from our front toes and the back blade of our foot. Hands are on our hips. Right, now face me with your body. Amazing. All right, so you can feel your hips if you haven't opened them up a little bit. Inhaling. All right, we're taking off on the plane, taxiing down the runway, and then exhaling. All right, we're going to reach forward and back at the same time. No, that's it. Just staying in this position. I want you to feel where the air goes when we take 2 breaths here. Amazing. One more time. Amazing. From the next one, from here, we're going to be going into reverse. So from there, breathe in. As we reach forward, flip the hand, and then scoop it back up. Right, we're going to reach for the roof. Right, we don't need to do the full back bend. Our back hand is going to be supported on our leg. All right, and feel the side stretch here. Inhale. Fantastic. One more. And then from here, inhaling, we're going to come down. Our forearm is going to come onto the knee, onto our thigh, sorry. And then now, lift the arm up to the sky overhead, right, from here. And then we can rotate our body around. Extended side angle, right? So we're facing it, we're opening up our side body. 2 breaths here. And then inhaling, coming back up. From here, straighten that front leg. From here, amazing, into triangle pose. Right, from here, straighten the front leg. Keep a micro bend in that knee. And then we're going to reach forward again. Reach forward. Once we can't reach forward anymore, we're going to start to rotate. And this hand could also be on the hip if that helps you with your balance. Right, a couple of side stretches here, and now you're looking at the wall. Right, triangle pose. If you find that your butt's sort of sticking back, what we want to do is just have that there, and then push forward, and then inhaling, back up, hands on hips. From here, we're not going to be moving too far. We'll be facing the back of this room. Ooh, what's this one here? Move this way. Right. From here, inhale, set. Exhaling, rotate that foot. That's all about the building from the ground up, bending the knee. Right. That's it. We're looking over our knee. Our hips are open, and the knee should be tracking over the foot. Right, equally pushing. So you could probably take a wider stance there, a little bit more. A little bit wider. Yes, that's it. Right, and then body facing me. All right, so you'll feel that in your hips. Inhaling, arms out, and then looking over the fingers like we're at right dress. All right, cool. This one's the strongest. Take 2 breaths here. One more breath. From here, we're going to reach forward, flip the hand, and scoop up. Reaching for the sky, hands, the left hand is going to be, your back hand is resting on the leg. 2 breaths here. So take your gaze to your hand. Gaze to your hand. That's it. That'll help shift the, one more. And then down, straighten the leg, hands are still out. Right? And then, so the front leg straighten with the micro bend in the knee. From here, reach forward. And then rotate, or you could have your hands on your hips, triangle pose. Amazing. Right, that's it. Now take your gaze to me if you can. Yes, that helps you open up your chest. And then inhaling, straightening the feet. Now guys, don't forget to breathe. So if you're in here, if we're holding our breath, right, don't forget to breathe. That's the whole thing. So if I am going a little bit fast, please let me know, and I'll slow it down a little bit. All right, from here, guys, hands on hips. And we're going to do a forward fold just to counteract that. Is breathing out, and then you can use the blocks or the hands will meet the ground. Yes, excellent work. All right, that's fine. And then hands on hips, and then coming back up. Now from here, clasp your hands behind you. Right, and then if you can, take a breath in and then out, and then push your hands down. We're opening up our chest. Inhale again. We're doing another forward fold. Exhaling. Someone is grabbing your hands and pulling them up towards the sky. Last thing is to let your head go and have that loose. All right. All right, 2 breaths here. Okay, undo your hands back onto the hips. All right, and then inhaling. So from here, when I ask you to put your hands on your hips, the reason why is then that way you're hinging from your hips and you're actually working those muscles there to be able to build strength. All right, so now from here, we're just going to get up for a moment. Just loosen up. That could be, whoo, whoo. All right, so we're going to go again. Let's all meet in wide-legged fold. From here is having a look. So our feet might be feel like they're a little bit pigeon. You can actually bend your knees a little bit. Fantastic. All right. Setting, hands on hips, and then exhaling. Right foot moves towards the front of the room. The brick wall. Yes. Bending the knee again, opening up. Amazing. That's great form, guys. From here, inhaling, arms go out, and then exhaling, looking over the front tip of our shoulders. Right, 2 breaths here. One more. Amazing breathing. 3rd one, reaching forward, flip the hand, and then coming back. Reverse warrior, side bend. We're looking up at our hands, keeping that front knee bent. Right, inhaling. One more. And then from here, we're going to be now exhaling as we come down. Forearm is going to come to our thigh, and then we're going to reach the hand overhead. Extended side angle, right? And then we can, last one is to barrel the chest open. That's it. 2 breaths here. One more. Hopefully a third one for good measure. Fantastic work, guys. Coming up now, arms out, straighten that leg, front leg, straighten your front leg. Still keep it facing towards the wall. Triangle pose. From here, inhaling as we reach forward. You can keep your hands on your hips there, and then we're going to do a teapot, and we're going to come down. Hands on the inside of the leg. Triangle pose where we pull that shoulder blade back. That's it. And then opening up our chest. Fantastic work here. 2 breaths here. With each breath, one more is see if you could actually, or imagine trying to reach further for the ground if that works for you as well. And then again, inhaling to come up, hands on hips. Whew. Okay, inhaling. Hands up, forward fold this one, exhaling. Hands meeting the ground. This is like a halfway lift again. Inhaling, push up on your hands, straighten the back. Yes, that's it. And then exhaling, bend that little bit more. Inhaling to come all the way up. Sorry, I should have put your hands on your hips. All right. So inhaling again now, hands clasped behind the back. And then push it down. That's it, right? Stretching, so our shoulders are coming open. Inhale and then folding again. You know where we're going with this. Last thing to release is the head. Someone's pulling your hands up to the sky. All right, 2 breaths here. Lots of shoulder stretching. Lots of side body stretching. And then one more, hands on hips. And then coming up to the top. Okay, shake that out. We're going to be going this way now. So doing it on the left-hand side. No, come with me. I'm just moving so I could give you a good demonstration. All right, so from here, hands on hips, guys. And fantastic. Inhaling, grow, and then exhaling, shift the leg. Right, bend the knee. And just see, right, so maybe squeeze your butt a little bit, right? And so we're pushing each side equally. On the hands, inhaling. And then, right, fantastic work. Inhale. Reach forward and back and maybe pull your belly button in on the next one. And then on the last one, I want you to do that, reach, belly button in, and then push on both feet. Ready? Inhale. And then you'll feel that that's becoming really stable. Fantastic work. Reverse warrior now. Inhaling, split the grip, and then come up with me, scooping up to the sky. Backhand is supporting on the back leg. 3 breaths here. Last one. Inhaling, hands coming down, forearm again, extended side angle. We're going to be coming in and rest the forearm on the thigh. And then last thing is hand comes up overhead. Fantastic work. And you could look at your hand or you could look to the side, whichever is more comfortable for you. Right, let's do 2 breaths here. Fantastic, last one. That was 3, wasn't it? I should really learn to count. So inhaling. Coming back up now, hand on the hip. We're going to be straightening that front leg, still facing it. Triangle pose, hands out. You can choose to have the back hand here again if that is in your practice. So inhaling, reaching forward. And then now we're rotating around. We're tipping the cup of tea in. Right, that's it from the kettle. Yes. Fantastic work. And the last thing is to barrel that chest open and look towards the side cupboards. Right, so we're opening up our hips, we're opening up our chest, and we're also opening up our shoulders. Fantastic. 2 breaths here. And then inhaling, coming back up, and then feet together. Fantastic work, guys. That's amazing. So let's grab a quick drink. This one here, I want to introduce something a little bit that might be a little bit challenging. So we're going to need either the chair or the block, and it's Warrior 3. So this is part of the standing series, but also has a balancing element to it. So I would highly recommend everyone grab the block, or we have the chair there as well for some balance, because I'll give you a demonstration. So from here, all right, we're going to take just the leg back, just a little bit, and then from here, we're going to bend forward. From here, lifting up, whoop, with our whoop. All right, so even me, that's where we're going to be going. But today, actually we won't put the leg back. So from here, what I want to do is we're going to be doing some preparatory things. So with the right block in the right hand, I'm going to place that up, grow tall, and then we're going to breathe out. And then do a forward fold. All right, that's amazing. All right, next step. So keep bending the knees. Yes, you can use your hand. Yeah, you use the block. From there is reach the right hand forward. Left hand forward, sorry. My left and right, I'm trying to mirror. And then from here, guys, or even if this might be too much, is keep your hands on your hip, is to lift the leg back. Kick the leg back. That's it, that's it. Right, and you want to have it so that you're flexing your foot, so you're pulling your toes towards your head. Fantastic, right? Perfect. And then exhaling. And then back up. Yeah, it's a bit hard, hey? Balancing pose. Right, but we will do this on the ground as well once we get back onto the ground, so you can know what the movement will feel like when we're actually on the ground and the ground supporting us. So from here, guys, left hand now, block. Right, feel that side stretch. We're reaching that up. And then from here, exhaling, forward fold. So we're going to be supporting that now. Right hand, the real right hand is forward. Breathe in and then exhaling. Lifting, kicking the leg back. Toes towards us. Yes. And then exhaling. Back down. Whoa. And then back up. All right. How's that? All right, this way. So I'll go this way again. So, all right, from here. Right hand this time. All right. Switch sides. Inhaling. Exhaling. Hinging at the hips. Setting our block for our balance. And then left leg back. Kicking the left leg back. That's it. Pull your toes towards you. Other way. That's it. And down. All right. We are getting there. All right. I'd like to be able to do the bird dogs, but I'm mindful of the knees, which is a good preparatory for that. But we'll do that next time. Left hand now, last one. We're nearly there. We're nearly back on the ground, guys. All right, here we go. Inhale. Exhaling. Let's prep. And then kicking the leg back as far as feel comfortable. Right hand can come out as well. We can pull our toes back. 2 breaths. And then down. Legs down. And then come back up. Woo! All right. Amazing work, guys. I'm not going to make you do the yogi squat. Right, how are the knees? All right. Okay, let's do this. So what we're going to do, and if you can, but if not, that's okay. You might want to use the block. All right. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going down onto the ground using our yogi squat, the malasana, all right, or yogi squat. So if you need this one here, it's all right to come down on your flat feet or on the toes, because we are making our way to the ground. Right, so from here, and then we're going to come down into a squat. So you could come down to a squat with your toes. This is just for some support. That's it. Jane's got it happening. Yes, we've got that there. Fantastic. And then we're going to come down. This always helps for this one. And then we're just going to place our hand on that back and make our way down. Oh. Oh, cool. So I know where you were all at with the squat now. I'm going to add the different squats in from next week. We could probably move the chair out of the way now, mate, as well. I'll move it out of the way. Oh, great work. You guys are like smashing it along, you know, like each week we get a little bit more flexible, right? And that's where we're at with it. All right, so we're going to be doing the hello boys. All right, so from here, stretching the legs out. All right, we might, even if you have a strap, that might help as well if that's, could be in your practice. But you could have it there. I'm not going to use it today. So from here, what we want to do is really keep a lengthy spine. So it's not about trying to fold down as much as keeping our spine lengthened. So from here, hands in front. All right, we're going to do a straddle like the gymnasts do. No, I'm only joking. So pull the toes back. All right, so see what the difference is. Point the toes. Pull them back. Point them. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And now, lift, if you could lift the foot a little bit. It's hard, isn't it? Right, down. Now this one. Lift the other one. Yes. It only needs to be maybe half an inch, right? The whole leg doesn't need to come off the ground. See what that feels like. We're stretching the front of our hamstrings here, right? So one more. Each side. Okay. Left foot now. Last one. All right. Okay, from here. Hands on each leg. Breathing in. Let's straighten our backs and then hinging at the hips. You can bend your knees however you need as well. So I'm going to bring that together because I can feel the outside of my legs. Right, from here. Right, last thing to release is your head. 2 breaths. Wide-legged forward fold. Seated. And then inhaling, coming back up. And then on our left leg is reaching down our hands and then reaching over the left leg. Fantastic. You can bend your knees as well. That's all right. Or put a block under your knees. All right, that's fantastic. And then don't forget to breathe, guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, that's a bit of a cramp there. All right, yeah, no worries. There we go. Inhaling. And then lengthy back. So we don't need to bend right over. Right, it's keeping that lengthy back. Last thing moves our head. Right, that keeps our neck safe. One more breath in. And then maybe imagine reaching further or trying to reach that slight bit further. Sit bones are down and then inhaling, coming up. Fantastic work. One more time on the left. Inhale to grow and then pull the toes back. See what the difference is there with that breath. 2 breaths. See if you can reach further each time. But that's all right if you don't. All right, inhaling. And then 2 breaths. Amazing work, inhaling. Come up, and now the last bit, all the work's pretty much done. So let's grab our straps, because this will help us as well with the feeling, and we'll meet on our backs with our legs. We've done so much balance work today, but also wanted to give you a feeling of what Warrior 3 is without having to balance. All right, so what we're going to do is both legs are up at the moment. Both knees are up, and we're going to hook the loop over our left foot, as we've done in the past. All right, if it works for you, you could keep your leg bent, but your right leg bent. Otherwise, you could stretch it to the ground. That's it. You could straighten it out if you'd like. Straighten your bottom foot. That's it. Straighten it out if that works for you. Yes. Now kick your foot up. All right. Feel your shoulders back. We're in Warrior 3. That's the Warrior 3 upside down. All right. And so from here, inhale, and then we're going to take the leg out. Like we've done in the last few weeks, is opening up that hip. Inhaling back to center, switching hands with our strap and then pulling over the other side and stretching the outside of our leg. All right, you can stretch it as far or as little as you want, as long as you're feeling the stretch. All right, and then inhaling back to neutral. Switch hands with the strap and then take it out to the left. And then you can bring it back to center. Switch hands Right, we're in warrior 3, and then lying down. Fantastic work. Bring our leg back up now. We could remove the strap, bend the other foot so that it's there, and then what we're going to do now is just do a figure 4 with the same foot that the strap was on, and just do a quick figure 4. There we go. Now our hand is going to be placed on the inside of our thigh and pushing our knee out a little bit. This is called reclined pigeon or figure 4 pose, right? An extra stretch to this, if you're up for it, let's keep breathing, is to pull the knee up that's on the ground and then reach through. That might work for you as well, if that gives you more stretch, or behind the thigh. Whichever works for you today in your practice, right? That's it, or over the top. Amazing. 2 breaths here. You might feel your IT band or the outside of your thigh stretching with this. Last one, and then lower the leg. Unhook the figure 4. Now we're going to go to the other side. So right leg now with the strap. Hook it over the foot. Straighten the leg. Right, we're going to hook the breath up to this. We could even, if that's in your practice, stretch out that bottom leg. And we'll all meet when the legs are open. Inhaling and then taking it out to the side and stretching our inner thigh and also lubricating our hip. And then inhaling, switch strap sides and pull it over the other way. Amazing work. Inhaling. Right, that is our warrior 3, and on the outside, one more. So important to connect the breath up to the movement, guys. Alright, so as we're coming in, breath in and then down. And last one is removing it and then going to a figure 4. Placing our hip, feeling our shoulders on the ground. Using our hand to push the knee away. Alright, pushing it out. Fantastic work. I'm just going to come over there while we're doing this. Yep. So use this hand and put, no, keep that over there. That's where we're stretching. Oh, you were just resting. Sorry, mate. Sorry. And tell me if you don't want me to give you any corrections as well, because that's fine. Say piss off. All right, that's it. Amazing work. Alrighty, guys. And then releasing. There's nothing more to be done. Maybe if this works for you, it's just pulling your knees up to your chest and giving yourself a hug. Maybe with what you might want to do is do some circles with the lower back. So you can choose to do it either way, and we're just massaging our lower back. Right. You can switch directions. Yeah. Before placing the feet down. Cool. And then getting into resting pose. So lengthen the feet up, or you can knock your knees together if you want, if that's in your practice today. Fantastic work. And then from here, before we go into final resting pose. All right. Last week we did some breathing, so we're going to do a little bit of breathing. That's all right. You can have them there like that. Right? Is breathing in and out through the nose. So relax. Right. And then so with me, we're going to be trying to do some short, sharp breaths through the nose. And on the out breath, we're going to be squeezing our stomach to punch that air out. So we'll just do that for 1 minute. So on 3, at your pace, right? Not at like, Melbourne Cup, Mallee Bull out of the gate type thing. Well, that's not bull, but you know what I mean. Right, so ready? 3, 2, 1. At the pace that works for you. Now open the mouth. Just in and out through the mouth. Switching to nose in 3, 2, 1. Switch. And then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, open the mouth. Like we're pumping up a big bellow. You may notice that this actually just stays in the upper chest as opposed to that deep breathing right down. That's absolutely okay. And then one more, big sigh. Now, that's all the work done. You can close your eyes down. We're going to get into final resting pose for a moment. So let your body grow heavy. You can stretch your legs out if you want, or you can knock your knees together, however feels comfortable for you. I want you to feel your sit bones and your back and your shoulders getting heavier. Just allow that to go wherever it needs. All right, fantastic work. And I'll let you guys go internal for a moment. Shavasana, or resting pose, is pretty much one of the most important poses in yoga because it allows our body and our nervous system to get back to normal. It allows us to be grateful for the exercise that we've done in the steps leading up to this. And if you feel your mind wandering, that's absolutely fine. Come back to your breath. Nice and relaxing sounds of the rain. I didn't need to put some music on today. We let nature do that. And now I'm going to ask you to come back into your body by starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You may choose to reach your hands up over your head and take a big stretch. Like first wake up in the morning. All right, stretch, point your toes out and then let go. One more. And let go. From here, bring your knees up to your chest. Give yourself one final hug. And then allow yourself to roll onto a preferred side. All right, that's it. That's the kind of like the recovery position or the fetal position. Alright, you can rest your hand down on the ground, and then in your own time we'll all meet in easy seat, so you can make up your way to the seat in cross-leg position. Amazing. Sweet as. So we come into the cross-leg or however you want. Alright, so whichever works for you. You're going to straighten the spine out one more time. I'm going to do one last cleansing breath. And then let it go one more time. There you go. So bringing hands together into what we call prayer. Bringing our thumbs to between the eyes. We can just dip our chin. You can close down your eyes again for the moment. Have a sneeze. All right, close down the eyes. Peace, be in mind. Our thoughts are so important. So, it's not good to be able to be stressing out on stuff. Peace be in mind. Move your thumbs to your lips. Peace be in what we say internally and externally. And then bring it down to heart center. Peace be with what's in your heart. A lot of gratitude for today. Give yourself a pat or an imaginary pat on the back for coming up and showing up to the practice. And for joining me today and allowing me to guide you through this practice, which is very, very important for yourself. All right, thank you so much. Namaste. Alrighty guys, so if you want to, I'll be hanging around packing up, so if you want to have any questions or anything on mods, I'll be hanging out. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. See you next week on the camera as well.